Welcome back to GetX AIML. So let us proceed. So understood the concept of the expectation and the variance. Now we'll see some linear combinations. Okay. So given any problem, so if they ask in a particular way, for example, E of 5x plus 3 something, you need not calculate 5x plus 3. So you can just reduce that problem into a simpler problem and then solve it. That is a linear combinations. So let us see one by one. E of ax plus b equal to this a is a constant, b is a constant. Okay, so this will be given as a into e of x. We can bring out a because constant, can bring it out, and then the expectation of b is equal to b only. So here is an example. E of 3x plus 7 is equal to 3 into e of x plus 7. Similarly, expectation of ax plus by is a into e of x plus b into ey. So please observe here, if there is a minus, it will be minus only. Now, variance of ax plus b is equal to, the variance of ax plus b is a square when it comes because you are squaring it, right? So a square into variance of x. Variance of plus variance of b plus variance of b is 0. Why? The variance of a constant is always 0, unlike the expectation. So for example, variance of 5x plus 2 is equal to 5 square. Variance of x plus variance of 2 is 0. Similarly, variance of ax plus by, like this, will be equal to a square variance of x plus b square variance of y plus 2ab into covariance of xy. If you find in this way, if the equation, for example, 3x minus 2y is equal to 9 into, that is 3 square variance of x plus 2 square variance of y minus 12 covariance of x comma y. Then this is very important. Okay, variance of x plus or minus y is equal to variance of x plus variance of y only. The difference is, to take the difference also, variance of x minus y is always variance of plus only. When you take the variance, you have to add them because it's only the magnitude on the other side. Covariance of x comma y equal to 0 only when x and y are independent. If x and y are independent, then covariance is 0 because they are independent. There is no relation between these two. Similarly, already seen this correlation coefficient is given as covariance of x comma y divided by standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. Let us see, so how can we apply in the problems. Let us take the problems. So on the entire concept that we have learned, the probability distribution of x is given here. That is a PMF is given. You have to find the expected number of scratches per 15 meters of the plane. So what is E of x? They are asking. E of x equal to summation of x f of x into x, right? X into f of x. So this is nothing but 0 into 0.35 plus 1 into 0.4 plus 2 into 0.18 plus 3 into 0.06 plus 4 into 0.01. We will get this as 0.98. Simple question. Can be asked for 1 marks in your exams. Next. A biased coin is such that heads is twice as likely as tails. The coin is tossed twice. Find the expected number of tails. What they are saying? Let probability of tail. We don't know. Let us say it is as some p, small p. Now, what is the probability of head? Probability of head is twice as likely as tail. So 2 times p, 2 times the probability of tail. Now we already know the sum of total probability should be equal to 1. So this implies p is equal to 1 by 3. Okay. The same problem I think you have solved once. Now to find the expected number of tails. So you have to find E of t in 2 tosses. Okay, expected number of tails. How will you find? So first you have to find the PMF for this, right? So how many tails are possible in two process? Let us say this is x is a random variable that counts the number of tails. So it can have 0 tails, 1 tail, or 2 tail. Now how will you have the PMF? This is x. So this is the probability, that is f of x. It can take 0, 1, or 2. So x is 0 means what? Both are 0. That is, both are heads. Both are heads are what? Probability. So head is 1 minus p, right? So probability of head will be equal to 2 by 3. If both are 2 by 3 into 2 by 3, both process. So this will be equal to 4 by 9. Right? No, this is 4 by 9. Probability of getting 1 tail, that is, this can be one combination plus this can be another combination, right? So probability of head tail. So head means 2 by 3 into 1 by 3 plus tail is 1 by 3 into 2 by 3. This is equal to 2 into 2 by 9 is 4 by 9. So 4 by, this is also 4 by 9. Next, getting 2, both tails is equal to 1 by 3 into 1 by 3. This is 1 by 9. This is 1 by 9. So now you find the E of x. E of x equal to x f of summation x into f of x. This is 0 into 4 by 9 is 0 plus 1 into 4 by 9 plus 2 into 1 by 9. This is 6 by 9 is equal to 2 by 3. This is next. The density function of calibrated weights of a metallic rod is given like this. Find the expected value of x. E of x is equal to, they are given 0 to 2, okay, x into 6 by 1 plus x square dx. So you can use the substitution rule. Let us substitute u equal to 1 plus x square and then integrate. Okay. So this is basic, the testing your integration concept. So this will come out to be, I will give you the answer, 3 natural log 5. Next. So fruit vendor's profit in unit of $2,000 on a box of apple is modeled as a random variable x. Find the expected profit per box. See what they are saying. The per box you can earn 2000. So if the function, if selling is a density function, they given how much you can sell. Then what will be the expected profit? Now you just find the expected items sold or boxes sold. So this will be equal to integration of 0 to 1 3 1 minus x square into x dx to 3 into integration of 0 to 1 x minus 2 dx. So to find out, we'll get it as 3 by 4. So what is that? So 3 by 4 is what is the amount in profit, sorry, that is total goods sold. So what is the expected profit? 3 by 4 into 2000. So this will be 4500 is what he can earn, expected earnings. Similarly, a publishing company orders a variable number of new printers annually depending on the maintenance required. Let X denote the number of printers ordered with probability distribution. PMF is given. If each printer costs $1,500 and a rebate of 30 x square dollars is applied at the year end, find the expected annual expenditure. What is that saying? Something he is earning, but to find out what is his expected earnings, and some expected is in giving for the expenditure, that means maintenance. So what is this total income, total expected income they are asking. for the year. So first you find the expected earnings for this year, E of X. E of X is equal to, they are given 0 into 1 by 8 plus 1 into 3 by 8 plus 2 into 1 by 2 plus 0 into 3. So this will be 3 by 8 plus 2. This comes out to be 11 by 8. Okay. So now, so 19 by 8. Okay, I had a mistake here. So 11 by 8 only. This is 1. Now, so what is his expected earnings? 1500 into 11 by 8. Now, what is that? He has to use the money from this to maintain the things, annual expenditure. So 30x square. So they are asking find the expected value of 30x square. This is nothing but what? $30 become the constant, will bring it outside. Find E of x square. This is nothing but 0 square into 0. So this first one is 0. 1 square into 3 by 8 plus 2 square into 1 by 2. So this will be equal to 30 into 30, I missed. 30 into 3 by 8 plus 2. This will be 19 by 8 into 30. So you subtract this value 30 into 19 by 8 because this is his expected earnings, his expected expenditure. The total expected income, what is that he will keep with him is this value $19 is many dollars. The answer. Next, a continuous random variable x has a density function given like this. Find the expected value of g of x. So how will you find e of g of x they are given is equal to integration 0 to infinity because x greater than 0. Starting with 0 till infinity, f of x means g of x into f of x dx. This is what we have to find. This is equal to 0 to infinity. G of x is e power x by 2 into 2 into e power minus 2x dx. So this will be, you can just simplify it already. 0 to infinity e power x by 2 minus 2x, that is so 1 by 2 minus 2. So 3 minus 3x by 2 dx. Now you integrate this. You will get this as 2 is missing. 2 minus 2 by 3 e power minus 3x by 2 in the interval 0 to infinity. So if you substitute it, you will get it as 4 by 3. If you substitute e power minus infinity, it becomes 0. E power minus infinity is 0. That is the answer. Next, we'll come to joint distribution now. Random variables x and y follow a joint distribution. They are given the joint distribution. Determine the correlation coefficient between x and y. So this is a little bit lengthy problem. So I will not go into deep into calculation. Just what is that we have to calculate? Correlation coefficient of xy, that is equal to covariance of x comma y divided by standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y, xy. Okay. So now, how will you find covariance of xy? Covariance of xy is given as e of xy minus e of x into e of y divided by sigma x into sigma y. Now e of xy is equal to what? Integration xy into your density function dx dy. What are the intervals here? The x interval is 0 to y. The y interval is x to 1. So if you solve this, the e of xy, we'll get it as 1 by 4. Similarly, e of x, calculate the intervals using the marginal probability. We'll get like this. This will get it as 1 by 3. Similarly, e of y, x to 1. Here x to 1, 0 to y, y to x, dx dy, we'll get it as 2 by 3. Now you find out sigma x square. This will be equal to e of x square minus e of x whole square. Already have seen the formulas. So we will get it as 1 by 18. Problem is simple, but only thing is what? Calculation. Can't help. Usually don't ask such questions, but better you keep practicing so that if they ask, you will easily get 2 marks. E of y whole square. So this will be also 1 by 18. Now substitute here. This will be get 1 by 36 divided by square root of 1 by 18 into 1 by 18. We'll get it as 1 by. Next, let x represent the number obtained when a blue die is tossed, and y the number obtained when an orange die is tossed. Find e of x plus y, e of x minus y, and e of xy. So what they are saying? So x, there are 2 dice. Okay, the die has 6 faces, right? So it is one is blue and another is orange. So when it is tossed, you will get the distribution PMF. So the PMF will be same. Why? Because it's a die. So the X can take what? One face, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What are the probabilities attached to each of these? 1 by 6, 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 right? Now they are asking you to find E of x plus y. This is nothing but E of x plus E of y. You can write it like this. What is the expectation of E of x? Summation of x, x f of x, okay, plus summation of y by f of y. Okay. Similarly, you'll get this because x is equal to y here. F of y is also equal to f of x. Because it's the same die. Now, so summation. So it is nothing but sum of all these numbers divided by 1 by 6. No? So it will be 21 by 6 plus 21 by 6. This will be the answer. This is 42 divided by 6. Okay. No. E of x plus y they are asking, right? Okay. So it is 7. Now B. E of x minus y. So this will be equal to what? E of x minus E of y. So E of x minus E of y will be 0 because they are same. Next, E of xy. How will you find E of xy? See, nothing but x is equal to y only, no? So it is E of x square or E of y square. So just summation of x, x square, f of x. So summation of x, x square, f of x. So 1 by 6, then to sum all those values. This will be 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square plus 6 square. Okay. But you observe here one thing here. So we made a mistake. The E of x y is, so x and y, see, both are independent events, orange die and blue die. So the outcome of blue die is not dependent on orange and vice versa. So that means what? These two are independent events. So E of x, they are independent. I can write it as E of x into E of y. So this E of x and E of y already found out here. So this is 3.5 into 3.5. We'll get it as 12.25. This is how you have to solve. Next. Same thing, same question. Only thing is they are asking the variance. So how will you find the variance of 3x minus 2y? So there, again the PMF is same. There are two dice, green and yellow. So both the outcome will be same. So f of x or f of y will be same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be 1 by 6, 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 and 1 by 6 probability. Now variance of 3x minus 2y. This is equal to, asking this variance of 3x minus 2y. This is nothing but what? To bring this square. It will be 3 square variance of x. Okay. In variance, we will take it as plus only because the variance is a magnitude. Sign doesn't matter. How far is your point from your central tendency, that is mean. That is what your variance is. So 2 square is 4. Variance of y. So we find out now variance of x. That will be equal to what? Summation of x minus mu whole square f of x. Similarly, variance of y is equal to summation of y x minus mu square into f of x. So y minus f of y. In the previous, we calculated this mu value, right? Expected value of x, 3.5 something. So substitute and we calculate. So both are same means we'll get the same variance. So variance, I think we'll get it as 35 by 12. Both are same, 35 by 12. Now you substitute here. 9 into 35 by 12 plus 4 into 35 by 12. So this comes out to be 455 by 12. That is the answer. Next. Two chocolate quality inspector examine batches of chocolate bars and assign a quality rating to each bar on a 3-point scale. Now let X denote the rating given by inspector A and Y denote the rating given by inspector B. So joint PMF is given for you. Find the expected values mu x and mu y. So this is simple, right? How will you find mu x? Mu x is equal to summation of x, summation of y, x minus x into f comma xy. So x can take what? X equal to 1. So in that case, we'll have the summation as 1 into f of 1 comma 1 plus 1 into 2 into, or you can take one all ones first and then all 2 and then 3, like that. 1 into, now f varies. So 1 comma 2 plus 1 into f of 1 comma 3, because y is 1 2 3. Similarly, x equal to 2 now. This is 2 into f of 2 comma 1 plus 2 into f of 2 comma 2 plus 3 into, sorry, 2 into f of the value 1 Here it will be 2, 3. X equal to 3, 3 into f of 3, 1 plus 3 into f of 3, 2 plus 3 into f of 3, 3. We add all these, we'll get the value as mu of x is equal to 2.17. Similarly, mu of y, to try it, we'll get it as 2.04. Next, we'll see a shortcut or a tabulation method. See, in such a problem, you have been facing this, right? So when a joint PMF is given, there will be so many calculations. They ask mu x marginal and then g of x. So it becomes very difficult to track all those things. So just we will use the tabulation method. Just try with the tabulation method and then see how can we write it quickly. So let us say we'll write all x values first in one column, next y values, then we'll write the joint PMF x comma y, and then we'll write this g of x comma y, that function whatever they have given. So they are given it as x y square. This is g of x comma y, what is I'm writing here. So in the problem this may change. Okay. Then you write x y square into f of x y. What is calculate my expectation? Then you see. So what are the possible x values? The x and y, 1, 2, then 1, 4. Right? 1, 2, 1, 4 x. Then x can take 3 and then 2. Y is 2. 3, 4. Similarly, 5, 2. 5, 4. First write this. Now write the f of xy. 1, 2, 0.08. Quickly you can write 1, 4, 0.12. Now 0.18, 0.22. Then 5, 2 is 0.12. Then 5, 4 is 0.28. Okay. Now calculate x y square. X into y square. This will be 4. This will be 16. 3 into 4, 12. 3 into 16. Right? 54. 16 is a 48. Then 2 square 20. 4 into 5, 20. 4 square is 16, 80. Then you multiply these values now. This into this. What is they are doing? So 0.32, 1.92, then we will have 2.16, then 10.56, get 24, then 22.4. See, I am multiplying these values, xy square into f of xy. Now, if you add all these, summation of this will be nothing but your e of expected value of this, that is e of x comma y. That is what you have found out here. This is that value. So this will come out to be 39.76. This is how shortly you can find. So instead of, like, if you get confused, you can use the tabulation method. Write all x value, all possible combinations for y value, then f of x comma y, then your function or random variable that they are asking, the expectation, and then take the product and then take the sum. You'll get the answer. Now, similarly, how to find mu x from the same table. Want to find mu x? Just observe here. Mu x means what? For all x values, you have to add them, right? Previously, you have done the same thing. So from this table, you can directly write it here. Now take first all x values, 1, 3, 5. So what is mu of x? Mu of x is nothing but previously how we calculated, same thing. Okay. X into f of xy you are done. Mu of x for all x and for all y. Now you do the same thing here. See, I have selected all x, so it will be 1 into for all y. What is that you have to do? You have to multiply or get these values, no? So y values are varying. For x is 1, y is this value, no? So marginal distribution calculated, right? 0.20, 0.40. Now 0. This will be 40. Similarly here for varying x, so this will be 0.38. This will be 30. So 40, 52, right? 0.52. Sorry, 62. So this will be 1. So mu of x means 1. 1 into this value 0.20 plus what is the 3? 3 into, you can write it as, what is this 3? 0.40. Directly you can write 5 into 2 close addition of this, that is 0.4. So we'll get it as 3.4. Similarly, you can find mu y. Mu y is equal to, take all y values together, 2, 2 and 2. It will be 2 into this column addition 0.38. Directly you can do plus 4 into 0.62. So this will come out to be 3.24. So you can solve it like this in a simple way. I hope you understood. So you can try same thing, you can apply in your, when you found out the joint PMF and all those things. Next, let x and y be continuous random variables with joint density. They are given this. Find the expected value of z equal to x square plus y square. The straightforward question. Okay. The only thing is they are testing your integration skills. So this is what you have to find out. So this is given as integration of, so x varies from, x both varies from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Now to integrate x square plus y square into 6xy dx dy. Now you do it by integration by parts or any other method which you have known, then get the answer. The answer will be 0.675. So in the next video, we will solve previous gate questions on these concepts. And then we'll conclude this chapter. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends.